Greetings, family. My name is John Goodwin, and today we're going to talk about a skill that many students really don't like to solve: fractions, especially dividing fractions. There may be some people out there saying, I don't like to do dividing fractions. It's just very difficult, very hard. Well, today I'm going to explain it in 3 easy steps. You're going to love it. Take a look. So when dividing fractions, there is 3 easy steps that you must follow, okay? So the first step is keep fraction same. Very simple. Keep the fraction the same because you're going to be dealing with 2 fractions when dividing fractions. Do the inverse. Now some are saying, what is the inverse? So let me help you out. Inverse in mathematical terms means the opposite. So for example, the inverse of addition is subtraction. And in our case of learning dividing fractions, the inverse of division is multiplication. So whenever you hear someone say, what's the inverse? That means they're asking, what's the opposite? Flip second fraction. Very simple, right? Flip the second fraction. So I came up with this 3-step way to divide fractions. Keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. Do that with me. Keep, change, flip. Very good. One more time. Keep, change, flip. Let's try it out with the problem. So, if the problem is 3/4 divided by 2/3, looks very easy, looks very, wonderful to do, okay? So this is what's going to happen here. We're going to keep the fraction the same. So we're looking at our steps here. We're looking at our steps. Keep fraction the same. All we're going to simply do is rewrite 3/4. How easy is that? Now, do the inverse. What's the inverse of division? I hear you saying multiplication. You're absolutely correct. And another mathematical term or symbol is this dot. So if you don't see an X or if you see a dot, that means you're getting ready to do some multiplication. So we've changed. Now it's time to do what? You got it right. Flip. And what do I mean by flip? You're simply going to rearrange the fraction as such. 3/2. Do you see that? 3/2. All we did was flip the numbers around. How easy can that be? Then we just go straight into regular multiplication. 3 times 3 is what? I hear you. You all are great mathematicians. 9. And then 4 times 2 is what? Y'all are on it. 8. 9/8. 9/8. That's how you divide fractions. Think we could do another one? Let's try it out. 1/5 divided by 5/6. And when you're dealing with fractions, you want to make sure that you're pronouncing the fractions correctly. So it's not 1/5, 1/5, or 1/8, or 1/16. So you always want to make sure that you're pronouncing the fraction correctly. 1/5 divided by 5/6. Let's see if we can do it. What's my first step? Y'all are on it today. We're going to keep 1/5 the same. So remember our motto, keep, and then what's the next one? Y'all are blowing dividing fractions out of the water. We're gonna change. And what's the inverse of division? You got it, multiplication. And remember, we can use that dot. Now, we've kept, we changed, but what's the next step? I keep forgetting it. Oh. That's right, flip. 5/6 simply becomes 6/5. How easy is that? And then what's the next step? Straight multiplication. 1 times 6, 6. 5 times 5, 25. Now, in certain cases, we always want to make sure that in fractions, we want to get down to our lowest term. We want to make sure that we're doing that by simplifying. But in this case, 6/25, we can't break that down any lower, so our answer will be 6/25. Now, since you've seen these, I'm going to give you a problem. So here we go. And I want to see if you know how to do it. 2/3 divided by 3/4. I want you to try it out. I want to give you a few seconds to try it out. Remember, keep, change, flip. 3 easy steps. Keep the first fraction, change the inverse from division to multiplication, and flip the second fraction. All right, let's see what you got. What's my first step? Awesome. We're going to keep 2/3 the same. Now, what's my second step? We've kept the first fraction. What's that? We're going to change. Remember that. Keep, change, flip. Division turns into multiplication. Remember that dot. That dot remembers multiplication. Always remember that. And then the last one. That's right, we're gonna flip. 4/3. And then now, straight multiplication. 2 times 4, 8. 3 times 3, 9. Our answer, 8/9. What an awesome and easy way to learn how to divide fractions. Remember, in order to divide fractions in an accurate way, keep, change, flip. Once again, keep, change, flip. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And remember, in order to divide fractions, keep, change,